What if I told you that you could create an entire month of Pinterest content in about 1 minute without opening Canva, designing a single pin, or wondering what to post? Today, I am testing a brand new AI tool and it's called Pinsflow. And honestly, if you are an Etsy seller, a Shopify seller, Amazon seller, or even a faceless creator, this might become your new favorite marketing tool. And here's the crazy part. I'm going to show you how you could build an entire month of Pinterest content from one Etsy listing. So stick around because you'll see exactly how it works from start to finish. Now, if you want to try Pinsflow after watching this tutorial, comment flow below and I will show you exactly how to get started today. All right, so let's jump right in. All right, so here we are on the back end of Pinsflow. This is how it looks like once you create your account. And the first thing you want to do is select what product you want to promote. Keep in mind, I am using an example from my Etsy shop, but you could promote also products from your Shopify store. You could do affiliate marketing and so much more. So whenever you're using Pinterest for your business, you could create pins for pretty much anything. So the first thing that you want to do once you're logged in is go ahead and click on Start Here. It says Generate Pins. And step one is it's going to ask you to paste the product link or upload an image directly. So I'm going to go ahead and select this product here from my Etsy store. It's a new bundle that I just created and I'm going to paste it here. You're also able to upload a photo. It could be JPEG or PNG. Keep in mind when you do the actual link, it's going to go ahead and pull all of the images from that listing. So I prefer doing the link because of that. Once you have that, step number 2 is going to ask you to pick your hero image. Essentially, this is going to be the best image that you have of that product, whether it's your own product or maybe you're promoting someone else's product. After reviewing all of these, I'm going to just keep my main hero image as my cover image that I use on Etsy. Go ahead and click on continue after you selected your image. Now, step 3 is where you select how many pins you want. And this is going to automatically, keep in mind, generate your scene. It's going to write your titles and descriptions. Then it's going to render images for each. After this step, the product and photos are locked in. So keep that in mind. Now, you could do 3 pins. You could do, and this is more for like a quick test, and this is what I'm using today. You could do 30 pins for 1 month. You could do 7 pins for 1 week, or you could customize how many pins. Like you could go here and say, well, I want to do 20, but the max here is 30. So keep that in mind. But if you want to do 20 or 15 for that particular pin, you could do that. Now down here, it gives you an optional way to kind of direct the creative of your pins and how you want them. You could definitely add right here what you want. Like if you don't want no people, if you want a specific color palette, you could do that as well. If not, you could just leave it blank. Once you have selected how many pins you want, go ahead and click on choose a scene. This is like my favorite part here because this is like for inspiration. You're going to pick the ones that resonate with you that you like, but it's kind of fun at the same time. So for instance, it has right here all of these scenes for digital products because that's what I sell. And as you can see, they have so many pretty options to pick from for inspiration. So for me, I like this one here. And it's going to ask you to pick 3 that you like. So go ahead and pick 3 of them. You could click on show 50 more here and it will show you more. Let me see what the second one. I'm going to pick maybe something like this. I like that one as well. And maybe, let's see, this one here. Well, I like this one. So I have my 3 right there. And if you don't find any, make sure to go all the way to the bottom and keep clicking on show 50 more and it'll keep showing you. On the top, it will give you an idea of how many to expect. So this one has 200. So make sure to kind of look through all of them. If you wanted to pick one for you, you could just click on surprise me and it will do that as well. Once you have your 3 pins, go ahead and click on generate. Step number 4 is going to go ahead and create the 3 pins for me. As you can see, is right now generating. Again, it's going to write your titles, your descriptions. It's going to render your photos. And this takes about 1 to 2 minutes. I will say this, usually when it comes to AI or using any type of AI, I normally don't let it choose my keywords, especially because Pinterest is a search tool. After playing with this before this video, the keywords that it actually gave me are keywords that I will actually use for this. I did a little bit of research on Pinterest and found that those keywords were ranking. So far, I would definitely use the keywords that they recommend. So as you can see, it created, let me close this out. It created 3 pins for me that are ready to use in the style that I picked. I do like the fact that they put like fall colors, as you can see. The actual pins go with what I'm selling, which is really nice. The blanket here, the decor here, even the drawing here goes with what I'm selling in and over here as well, which is really cute. Now, if you click on any of these, like for instance, if I click here, it will give you here the title. So you can see the whole title here. It will also give you the description here. Keep in mind, if you're promoting anything that's like affiliate marketing, one of the things about Pinterest is that you do have to add a disclaimer. So you could go in here easily, do like hashtag ad or hashtag affiliate marketing to give that disclaimer. So you're able to add those additional things in here. So make sure to do that if it falls in the category of affiliate marketing. And as you can see, it has keywords here. If for whatever reason you do keyword research and you find, okay, this keyword doesn't really work for this particular product, go ahead and change it. You're able to do that. My recommendation is always to check SEO first on Pinterest to make sure that you're able to rank for those keywords. However, after testing this out, and I've only done 6 pins so far for my own Etsy store, I realized that a lot of the tags that they were giving me were ranking, or I could rank for eventually on Pinterest. So I did like that. But keep in mind, you're able to do your own keyword research if you want to, which is probably the best option when it comes to AI, just to be on the safe side. And you're able to come in here and add your keywords manually if you wanted to. So you see your title, you see your description here, and you're able to check your tags. This is the link for that listing. And you could do this for each one, as you can see. So far, it looks really good. And then if you scroll to the top, it says text overlay. You're able to add text overlay if you want to as well, which is really nice. So you're able to go ahead and toggle this on. And as you can see, you're able to change where do you want the text at. Do you want it on the bottom, on the top, on the middle? So if I click this, it will go on the top. If I click here, it will go in the middle, as you can see. If I go on the bottom, it will add at the bottom with a little background, which looks actually nicer in my opinion. And then you could do this one. So they have different aesthetics based on what you prefer. And you could just kind of play around with them. My favorite one, I think, is this one here so far. Then you could also change the palette. Like if you want to change it to a different color, you're able to do that, as you can see, which is really nice. I like the little orange because it kind of goes with what my fall colors are. You change the text size here, make it bigger, smaller. You could do the overlay dim, make it a little bit darker or lighter, as you can see the dim right there. Another thing that you could do is that you could use the actual text overlay. Let's see if we're able to do this and put in your like branding. So for me, it would be MB printables, digital printables. I could do this if I wanted to, which is really nice. Or you could do your website for the branding. So that's another thing you could use it for, as you can see, and it looks good. Now, once you have created all of your pins here and you're happy with the text overlay, if you want to add one or not, then the next step is scheduling pins. So go ahead and click on schedule, and it's going to ask you, do you want to schedule these 1 time per day? You could change it here and you could say 2 times per day, 3 times per day. Now, my recommendation when it comes to pins is pin when people are actively probably searching on Pinterest. I don't believe in any platform this is the best time to promote, but obviously you don't want to promote at 2 in the morning, right? So any time between like 9 to 5 would be ideal when people are, probably shopping and looking online. Anything like at 1 in the morning, more than likely you're going to miss out on traffic. So just choose the time that works better for you. If you are pinning multiple pins per day, I would spread them apart. You don't want to do like 30 pins at 9 a.m., right? You want to do like maybe one at 9, one at 11, one at 1, one at 3, and so on. So select how many times you want to pin this pin. It'll show you the dates here and the time. So I'm going to keep it at 1 time per day. From here, you're going to click on schedule and connect Pinterest. So this is going to ask you to connect Pinterest. Go ahead and do so. So I'm going to go ahead and connect mine. Give me a few seconds here. It's going to ask you, do you authorize the app? Go ahead and do so. All right, so I was able to go ahead and give Pinsflow access to my Pinterest account. Once it did that, it rerouted me back to the library. One thing to keep in mind is that when you come to the library, you're going to see all of the pins that you have scheduled. You're also going to be able to see if you have any that are on schedule, any that failed. That could happen if maybe the Pinterest connection got lost for some reason and you have to reconnect it, which happens. And then it will show you all the products that you have created pins for. Now, one important thing that you must do, especially in the beginning, is that you have to scroll all the way down. And now you're going to see this new window that wasn't here before we connected our Pinterest account. You have to make sure that you're selecting a Pinterest board that you want this particular pin to go to. So for me, because this is my Etsy shop, I wanted to go to my Pinterest board for clip art. So if you're an Etsy seller, you might have a Pinterest board for your Etsy shop. If you're like an affiliate marketer or you promote Amazon products, you might have an Amazon board. If you're selling your own digital products, you might have your own board for your products and services that you promote. So go ahead and create one if you don't have one. So go back to Pinterest, create a board, come back to Pinsflow, click on refresh, and any new boards that you have created are going to go ahead and show up here. So if you don't have one right now, don't worry about it. Even if you created the pins, you will be able to create them and come back and change it. Once you have selected the board here, go ahead and click on save. And these are, as you can see, schedule. Now they do have this cool little calendar here and you're able to plan the month at glance. And this shows you all the pins that you have scheduled for that particular month. As you can see, I have these 3 new pins here for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So this is going to show you all of the pins, which is really nice. Definitely recommend using this tool. As you can see, it's a very simple process. They actually created a very simple app as well. So it's not going to be complicated at all. But I absolutely love it. And I plan to redo a part 2 of this video with my actual data. I want to see, am I ranking for these pins? Is it driving traffic? Because I am someone that necessarily don't use AI to let it dictate what keywords I'm going to be using. And I am big on Pinterest. As you can see, I've been using Pinterest now for over 10 years. I get about 1.5 to 2 million monthly views per month. I get thousands and thousands of clicks to my products, my services, my different affiliate products that I promote, and so much more. So it is something that I use on a consistent basis every single day. Obviously, I have it on automation as well, which just makes my life easier. But I am looking forward to using this product to the fullest extent and giving you a part 2 of my take. Here's what impressed me the most. This tool isn't trying to make Pinterest easier. It's actually removing the biggest reason people fail on Pinterest. Most sellers don't quit Pinterest because it doesn't work. They quit because creating fresh content every day takes too much time. Pinsflow automates almost everything. You paste your product, it creates beautiful mockups, it writes the Pinterest SEO, it schedules everything, and keeps your Pinterest account active while you're focused on running your business. And that's exactly what automation should do. Help you spend less time working and more time growing. So if you'd like to try Pinsflow for yourself, comment below below and I will show you exactly how to get started today. I would love to hear what you think once you have tested it yourself. Now, if you're serious about getting traffic from Pinterest, Don't stop here. Watch this next video where I show you my complete Pinterest strategy for small business owners, including what to pin, how often to pin, and how to turn Pinterest into a consistent traffic source for your small business. Click the video on the screen and I will see you there.